The Prime Minister and Energy Secretary Grant Shapps at the UK's National Nuclear Fusion Research Lab, here to launch a plan explaining how we will increase energy security while also cutting carbon emissions to net zero. Behind the smiles, though, there is real pressure building on this issue, with America launching a huge green subsidies package to tempt investors over the Atlantic. Your Chancellor, Jeremy Hunt, has said today that it is a distortive global subsidies race. Hasn't it cost us the UK's lead on wind?
Not yet, and I'm concerned that it doesn't, or that it shouldn't. Over the last decade and more, we've spent 50% more as a proportion of our GDP than America on renewables. I welcome the fact that America have finally woken up to the opportunities here, and I hope we're going to sell a lot of stuff too.
The criticism is that the policies you announced today are really just about target setting and framework, and you are closing your eyes and hoping the market's going to do the rest.
Could not disagree more. This country has a huge lead in decarbonisation that not one of our European neighbours can match, by the way, and America is a decade behind.
The government's plan explains that it wants to phase out fossil fuels almost entirely by replacing them with more nuclear and renewable power. There's also help for consumers to reduce demand with expanded home heating and installation schemes. And there's more investment in clean technologies. The problem with some of the technologies that feature significantly in the government's plans is that they're relatively untested. Hydrogen, small nuclear reactors, carbon capture and storage, none of these things are affordable yet or available at scale. And despite a court order forcing the government to reveal more detail on its net zero targets, some critics say the plan is short on new policies and new cash.
It isn't enough as it stands. How are we going to make sure that we get off gas for heating as quickly as possible and onto electric technologies? Is the money that they've promised for insulation enough to really help people with their bills in the long run? So this is a step on, but it's not the whole journey.
But others, at the sharp end of the green revolution, are happy with the progress.
Absolutely massive news for our business and for everyone around the country. We're in an energy crisis, we're in a cost of living crisis, so the government investment in energy efficiency and retrofit is massively welcomed by us.
Promises are one thing, but now net zero must actually be delivered, a task growing more complicated by the day. Hannah Thomas-Peter, Sky News.